Man kujam hama mayeni ye wanjai se o dieni odi yefa matu maka omu abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase apeni na man kujam hama maya wo hu man kujam hama mayeni ye wanjai se o dieni odi yefa matu maka omu abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase apeni na.
So you see, this is what the NPP they show mutrim. This is what the NPP they show mutrim. Mo kwa bontene. But you see, they be make catch here for mano. Me catch the NPP in kwara no go TikTok no. Mo anhwe ya by 2028 na munyam ex-convicts. Me say, won wa asem free abayo we num bae. Yenku John Mahama mano. Na ne yire no what you say catch F00L na ho. Aha. Now you see, NPP for Babetana TV so akabrofo. NPP for be ABRONYE echi. NPP for be press conference.
To school and are making common sense arguments. I have a scripture for you tonight. Pay attention, it's going to come. But tonight we are going to establish, as we did before in our Lamoni studios, that the National Cathedral will be built as a monument to Elohim so that our country will be saved. Because our country needs salvation. Can't you see? Africa needs salvation. And that salvation is going to come from God. That salvation is not going to come from economics. That salvation is not going to come from statistics. That salvation is not going to come from engineering. That salvation is not going to come from law. The salvation to school and are making common sense arguments. I have a scripture for you tonight. Pay attention, it's going to come. But tonight we are going to establish, as we did before in our Lamoni studios, that the National Cathedral will be built as a monument to Elohim so that our country will be saved. Because our country needs salvation. Can't you see? Africa needs salvation. And that salvation is going to come from God. That salvation is not going to come from economics. That salvation is not going to come from statistics. That salvation is not going to come from engineering. That salvation is not going to come from law.
We are just foolish people. We are just foolish people. When the Nimunyan Sabama Sakwa way, Abejira the TV so, actually with Jimmy, Paul Ademochiri. Now, I have a quotation for Paul Ademochiri and the NPP piglets. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 5. International Standard Version. American can answer a fool according to his foolishness, or he will think himself to be wise. We are taking our first quotation from Proverbs 26, 5. And it's coming from the International Standard Version. This is what it says. Answer a fool according to his foolishness, or he will think himself to be wise. Sometimes we decide to answer these people who speak about us and insinuate the same way they speak, not because we feel we are better than them, because we want them to know they are foolish and that they are not wise. So when you hear me or see me on my platform, basically respond to Obitise Fati, respond to Salam Mustafa, respond to some people are. It means I want them to know that they are not smart and that they are foolish. It is our own Bible that told me to tell you. Onyame, may you have a quiet time at the pay, and Onyame de ba se men kan chire mo. Proverbs 26, verse 5. It is very, very important to say I did betu etrim. Say one nyabutre na one yede we nyi okwasia no e wo ne nkwasia yemu a okwasia badwini se oyo nyansafo tie twi no se okwasia we yi na no wo ne nkwasia de mu na wan kye ne se oyo kwasia okwasia de badwini se oyo nyansafo inti Bible say yenyi okwasia no wo ne nkwasia de yom na yemfa de na yemma ne ntiasie se oyo kwasia na onyo nyansafo. That is why I do this. Majority of the people in the NPP are foolish. The majority of the people who speak for them on social media, radio and TV are foolish. So when we get the opportunity, what we do is we try to let them know that they are foolish and that their foolishness should not tell them or make them believe that they are wise. That is why sometimes we do what? We speak back to them. Now, this is another story. It's exactly 5:29. That is 9:29 in Ghana. Now, this story is making headlines. this young girl ya arrested no. Now they be a catch NPP inquire those on TikTok, on Facebook. You bet the NDC for time, you bet the president at time, you bet cancel. Last me catch them will say. Some miracle boy catch them will say. Yeah, gadamu nyina mumbo majuni. Say video me watch them. Oh, is it still here? I don't have it here. Me bo video be chiremu. Na miracle boy can say NPP inquire more TikTok. Mo nya de bo betima ye. Mo munsro bia me say. O Jimmy for. And last me catch again for say encourage be bro muti TikTok, Facebook, eke cancel. Yan ye bedi atem no. Omo ye hia for ma. Omo ye hia for ma. Now this kid obeki can send be ewo e TikTok so and the menoka say yamwa no. Now Ghana Police Service and release a statement way. The IGP Cyber Vetting and Enforcement Team, that's the CVET, has arrested suspect Mahama Aminat, also known as Akosia Sewa Menat. Akosia Sewa Menat, for offensive conduct and issuing threats against the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama in videos circulated on social media. Now, the suspect was captured till this suspect, Akosia Sewa Menat, she was captured in some video posted on TikTok making insulting remarks about the president, threatening the life of the president and inciting others to harm both the president and his wife. Third paragraph. Following the circulation of the videos on the 19th of May 2026, a joint operation team involving the CVET and the surveillance unit of the National Operations Department arrested the suspect on the 20th of May 2026 at Sechirezongo, not Trasako, not Airport Hills, not Dansoman, not Cantonment. The suspect was arrested at Sechirezongo in the Sechire Kumewu district of the Ashanti region. Ya chain was Sechirezongo. And with all due respect to Omamuti Sechirezongo, and you mean for, but oh, maybe a quachino. Ya quachino was Santimemu, or Tia Santimemu Sechirezongo, or Yan Cremonia Quara. Anytime people say, in tough one more NPP, mo ya mwana. Mo who say asantifoni use mo. Mo who say akamfon use mo. Now video na, oh yeah, ya kwachi no enye.
Man kujo mahama maya wohu. Man kujo mahama maya ni wanjai se o die ni odi yefa matu maka omu wa abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase ya peni na. Kujo mahama maya wohu. Man kujo mahama maya ni wanjai se o die ni odi yefa matu maka omu wa abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase ya peni na. Kujo mahama maya wohu. Man kujo mahama maya ni wanjai se o die ni odi yefa matu maka omu wa abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase ya peni na. Kujo mahama maya wohu. Man kujo mahama maya ni wanjai se o die ni odi yefa matu maka omu wa abrekura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase ya peni na.
So you see, this is what the NPP they are showing mutrim. This is what the NPP they are showing mutrim. Mo kwa bontene. But you see, they be make catch here for mano. Me catch the NPP in kwaranum good TikTok no. Man show ya by 2028 na munyam ex-convicts. Me say, won wa se free abayo we num bae. Yenku John Mahama mano. Na ne yire no what you catch F00L na ho. Aha. Now you see, NPP for Babetana TV so akabrofo. NPP for Bedi ABRONYE echi. NPP for be press conference. Ade Sunday boss 6 pe na wakodi omojantra fo akoda. Me say, mon kwara na mudi NPP echi no. Mo agimi no. Mo nyaka premfiri mu no. Mo ye hiafo ma no. By 2028 na mo nyina mo ye ex-convicts. So why junior will say udi NPP echi into betume bugana mraso ubetuma ye dia ope and Ghana for unyama we am say hey John Mahama and achi obi atum John Mahama nchi obi antumu John Mahama onye police ni John Mahama onye soldier ni because Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo tena Ghana ka kire ye say sa nkofo ya ye chiche omu nyina agum no sa nipa we mu sa Samijemfi a police chi no time Akufo-Addo ewo power eye NDC Samijemfi arrested after participating in TV discussion Samijemfi eko TV so owie ya na echi no sa time no na Akufo-Addo onye police ni o na Akufo-Addo onye soldier ni o time na eye den Yachi police officer arrested for insulting Akufo-Addo Bawumia on Facebook no. That time no mo NPP for mo catch Ghana for say Akufo-Addo onye police Bawumia nye police Akufo-Addo onye soldier onye NIB onye dien Akufo-Addo president security agencies na edi omodwuma time yachi bongo ideas ya kidnap no mo catch say Ghana na yete no security agencies na also mo hwe bongo ideas Akufo-Addo ntumi mian kidnap bongo ideas time and Accra High Court, Accra Circuit Court has remanded into police custody a 40-year-old tile setter for insulting Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. 2023, Mokache Akufo-Addo onye police on Tuminchiobia a Ghana mra and a chiobi. Yatna Kroma, Mokache say Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Time echi bulldog said Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo threaten Nana a bulldog threaten Akufo-Addo. Mokache say Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo onye police onye national security Nana Akufo-Addo enyo na chi Ghana for Ghana mra and chi Ghana for bulldog was arrested for threatening Akufo-Addo. Yatena krom ha obi te say eyedien Ohinma Boama Benny Oyejimo XYZ Power FM presenter arrested for allegedly insulting and threatening Akufo-Addo. Moka kire NPP for moka kire say Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo onye police ni onye NIB ni onye national security ni Ghana emra wa ha. All these people and many more were arrested. Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo Kotina TV so we asked him Nana Akufo-Addo, the people who have been arrested ewo edien abrochire, do you know anything about it? Are you the one doing it? This is Akufo-Addo's answer.
Right. Are you concerned about protest movements? We've seen a lot of protests. Some activists were arrested, put in jail. The opposition is saying you're trying to stifle dissent.
I'm not responsible for jailing people in Ghana. The courts in Ghana are independent institutions, and they have been all through this period of the Fourth Republic. People misconduct themselves and they're brought before court. It's for the court to deal with them. That's not a matter.
It has nothing to do about politics.
It has nothing to do with the executive. And their behavior is what lands them in problem with the police and with the courts. It's not the protests. How can the president, who himself, his political career was aided by leading protests, have problems with protests? I don't have problems with protests. And nothing is done in Ghana to prevent people from airing their views on anything.
Concerned about protest movements. We've seen a lot of protests. Some activists were arrested, put in jail. The opposition is saying you're trying to stifle dissent.
I'm not responsible for jailing people in Ghana. The courts in Ghana are independent institutions, and they have been all through this period of the Fourth Republic. People misconduct themselves and they're brought before court. It's for the court to deal with them. That's not a matter.
It has nothing to do about politics.
It has nothing to do with the executive. And their behavior is what lands them in problem with the police and with the courts. It's not the protests. How can the president, who himself, his political career was aided by leading protests, have problems with protests? I don't have problems with protests. And nothing is done in Ghana to prevent people from...
Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ka kire brodi ne say me nji obia Ghana mbrane court enechi nipa omo a ye chechi omo Ghana no because of omo attitude omo subain ene de omo ka enama emra na chi omo. You see, Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo no a president of the sitting a sitting president of the state. Oka kire say ono Akufo-Addo onchi nipa say ya chi obi a na no asem ni subain ena court ena chi nipa ejeli nipa. But ende enkwasiafo te se mo NPP for ene mo surrogate amomo $1,000 cheap money sika de feeding enkrama wa America na de ma enkofo America and omu defend mo nkwasiade. The question here is ende identity na yesim John Mahama na echi nipa Today you see them on TV, some stupid people to be like, the president, this is not how you are. Nana Adodankwa say, president in Chinipa. Or the executive. Chinkofo bebre or say, president in Chinipa, Ghana mra, and a Chinipa, into Abayua way, Mahama Nachina as a Ghana mra nachino. I'm asking you, this low life, dirty, tribalistic riffraffs. I'm asking you people. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo say, or president, how can he arrest? He's not the police. He is not the military. He is not the national security. He is not any enforcement body. Or say a court no. Na omo ya chi omo no eyomu suban ene nsem omo ka ene mo omo akwaye den akodem ye busam o. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo position na odi no de Mahama di nde no sebi o Mahama oye djuma kitchen na so ye president. Mo NPP for mo yankwasiafo ma. Oh, right now, no, the strategy they have ring and say, omo beka sansem we hu asem so ye nyina yedim abronye de ya ka de oye ne no a quick no aba na NDC ni John Mahama nkwasiafo ma. That's what they do now. Say eba say they should speak on the conduct of a NPP for we were in this country. And a NPP, a political party, Justin Kodia petition disciplinary committee over Abronye's conduct against him and Ken Ejapon. A secretary of a political party wrote to a party nimpen for committee, disciplinary committee say Abronya bodam. The Abronya no enye or din kwasi asemi party na party no emra wom enkwasi ma. You could not discipline Abronye because he was working for Bawumia and he is still working for Bawumia. Enkwasi the party or Timuno, the party could not use its disciplinary measures to stop Abronye from abusing the law. Monkwasi tribal party ne e reforte ma mono. And no kramon to my handle Abronye wom. And to my for Ghana mrano, and a party mrano, and Shabronye, and mananya de oye, if we say Abronye ye jumama Bawumia, in nine. Agrada antinsimu nyina mutrim because na Abronye or communicate etia de Kennedy Japan Emma Mahamudu Bawumia kolikono. A party could not handle Abronye. Now, a party could not handle Abronye. You are telling us today, say Abronye, it is Ghana. We have been gagged and nobody can speak. Are you people stupid? And the most stupid people in Ghana are the intellectuals sitting on TV and on radio. Then you quickly come and say, oh, John Mahama, you are changing. What has John Mahama done here? These decisions these people took are personal decisions. Abayo yes mokakaya yenku John Mahama na na yire yanko ene de no at the end of the day a miracle abuaje na share sa akura no o man sa confidence no because miracle beka chiro say I'm leaving I'm releasing all of you, go and insult the president, go and attack people. But miracle abuaje the alternative so ontumi ndi Mahama atem ontumi ndi ne hira atem because onimumra no but oni some NPP for nkora mo agimi. This guy Abronye, Oye Jumama Bawumia. In fact, Bawumia committee, the communication committee, Abronye is the head. Kwasiafo, you cannot speak to Bawumia. He is one of the most foolish politicians in Ghana. You know that? Because open power, the guy who is leading your communication continuously, the guy you are paying, you have set up a studio for. Abronye Kwasiawe, a regional chairman. Mahamudu Bawumia has gone every length to protect Abronye. But you people sitting on TV and radio, you have refused to tell Bawumia, say, we're Jimmy because he's the one who is behind Abronye doing this job. The Abronye ye debia ye chino, the Abronye ye bia debia ye ne kone ban. It is Mahamudu Bawumia who is protecting Abronye. Oni na etri Abronye ka. Koto de ne bogje, Kevin Taylor, Mahama ne tuya meka. Na kwasia we wane tuya neka. Na mwa Jimmy nti. Mama amenom omunyenyim we yi ase because e yie no mo pe ye form we yi ase o ma wo mu nti muntumi ndwene. You cannot think. JFK is the general secretary of the party. Na party amutimi no semra wom na the leader of the party no onjimi no nimnyansa. What is he supposed to do? He is supposed to even avoid Abronye. He's not supposed to associate himself with Abronye, but he went further to make Abronye what? A communication member in his communication committee. Kwasiafo. So I want to ask, mo party nimraum. Na party na mutimukura mra mo person ba abuse Ghana mra. We have a constitution that governs the nation. Inti kwasiebi eye bibi na enya. We as a nation, we have the right to apply the law. Inti mibuso. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Time and our power now, yeah, chinkofo, etatankofo, ebunkofo, ebonkofo tuno. Did you say it was a Kufuor who was doing that? Did you people say it was Nana Dankwa Kufuor who was doing that? You people refrained. And then some of the start aka Ghana honsem aka sansem where almost at times winning BB. Abronye the oya no yen nyina yemfo aso. Nancy Kevin Taylor abua wasifin. Jina Abronye de no so, jina NPP ne so, jina Bawumia no so. Na ka kire Bawumia no say enye kwase na wo ya nipa na okasama no or say party no show leadership. Muyamu timu kura na mublemu Mahama kwasiafo muyamu kamu na muyamu hia Mahama muntumi ne mudibofro nkwan na muntumi ne Mahama. Me say you people, your political party, any rules and regulations ana? What were you people able to do? Time Abronye Edis Ankwasem, you people were even angry. Mwana moti MPP fin we ya amanfo bi di krono sika etonton ansa sedete ye no. Eno kra no mo pese emraye adwuma. So the general secretary had to write to the disciplinary committee to make sure some action aso. E dey na see ye, dey nom dey Abronye. What did they do to Abronye? Na mo tete Ghana nkwasiafo ye njai bibia na emeka mo ho asem because mo the question here is a whole party, a whole political party. You could not tame this dog. Ghana mrakesi ne dina. Motiti radio say we are going to make the country ungovernable. Emuama eyasema mo ya nyimu eyase. Mo maame no ko eyase na omukohia boges ehiafo bia na omuni omakofa yofro ne da wo mo adwene bobodam. Eyasema munnimu nyansa. You people think Ghana is about you people. You people think say because we are talking principle here. It's about the principle way. And the NPP need your opportunity to talk. You about power. You bear 10 times. Na mama power. You am mama power. You stop people from coming to power. How are you going to do that nonsense? Jimmy. Partner in one you can't reason. We are talking about your own political party that could not even tame this dog Abronye. Na the Ghana mrachina most of montiasie ya bese hu Abronye Jimmy na general secretary kan de na see ye ma men chwa de. Thank you Mr. S. Ma men bobi bi nchira mo emmoa na mo gin say ekuro na etim no mo papa ne mo na nambu bi mu dia ho enti mo so na mo Jimmy mo ho ateta mo ho a na yenja bibia ma mo emmoa. Listen to this.
Be our social media this time around. Chairman ABRONYE said to work disciplinary committee 2023 ebra onabo kere Japan ekoka showdown wasem no anye party ne de me friend ka je onabo jajaja me nko me ne mienu ekotena afie ene ne kasa se da bi me do be ko disciplinary committee atije na oda mate okwa disciplinary committee o man ne chance kan wasem e ma recommendation o mo de buy ne se o man na kasa akoshe say or a party penny man and kasa asem ni bi. Okay. Then anyway, ABRONYE TV so kase this my committee recommendation on the buy say yenyi honorable Kennedy in free party nim. Okay, I said that more conference never pe mo be in free. Yeah. No was say party no. Then general secretary reports ne ba me ho and a matna report no so. Enya no pre. And I say how Sabi, when you're regional chairman, when you're embro party, so fair a do baby, Ubeka say be a party no nipa ya relax kakram because they do to say contest the moka kasa ba kunye ni bo ebu etimi fro wachi echiri ne no kasa with the oye no windai elkoso but you were liable wo otra now person chese so wo so say party no. Okay. Every said, how can you regional chairman sit down and say this private committee the report about your Cassian Pump Party penny being film? I better report to be anyone, sir. I was about general secretary Dean. It will say, men are matter report no so. Well, and yet misinformation say be a all cast and keku. Well, they will attack a person. Direct. Say what would the per womb. And that's why I say, be equal for the Afri album. and then there one will be any and I work. But the moment I will assume a see or being TDing there, it moved from misinformation and say a breach of duty as a member of the party. It's a petition and a general secretary. Me and my petition said, as some waka no. It's a make I say me try my income. I have a can was
so what petition?
Me and my petition this my committee said, as some waka no, obey in one. It is a Caribbean was said, Sassamino Akoso. Income, and that's all be so do a party anymore. And I said, will be a bear man so do a party. Oh, you're regional chairman. Understand you are regional chairman. You are not bigger than the party. Say the party, brave Jew crowd, national chairman, and general secretary. And one person now what better said the take my party and say, it's me away. But I'm not this my committee. A chair for being the dance here. Yeah, share your quarter this my committee. And I'm more so much to a fast move. Never yesterday be an obi ya dear general secretary in Kanwasem, general secretary CC. Party name Buame. And they can do me shame and say general secretary more power to suspend people, but now can the party has come in free party.
Oh, sin the pain.
2 million but I can constitution said the makers meet my operating as officer of the party, make my coordinate activities.
This is just the party. They were angry. I'm a person of the party mra Eden a uniform. What's your for? You people sat in Ghana. I'm now party mo. General Secretary Nikata Mebutu, young Charles here, Kabini Pabes House and party them as a constituency chairman, as a regional chairman. I quasia party could want to my handle. You see how it is? Mo party front and time with someone mra. Did you apply the law? Moko, this one committee didn't see eh. We are moi, but Miana Mundin Dili. The guy is not a leader, he's a chipmunk. Or your kokuo, he does not understand governor, he does not understand leadership. Adiabechi, where can go someone or prison or no hagiway, no dinkwasiafuchi, a man who is a man and the Bema Jinaso, Sankwasiadonye. Ghanaians are not waiting for a chipmunk to lead us. Until we are talking about ABRONYE being sponsored by Bawumia, partner mutin mong say obi bumra so eya. Mo Jimmy Fokra Mugumi, mo beso bibeti amra. Foolish people like you. Mo amumunipa and your social media and people like us, we've been able to put together our own TV. And Kamuda who check Ghana for tro, someone and Anumina, Rollins Kumunina. And Kamuda who check Ghana for tro, someone and Anum kerosene, Rollins Becanina to Guye. A year se for ma. Motete Ghana, Munimunyansa, Debiana, Yanka Samuntobiso, this chipmunk, Bawumia, leading you group of idiots. He's not a leader. But today, Yachinkwa Fwa, Mahmudu, ABRONYE. After that, they don't say, this is ABRONYE.
Thank you for now, my banner. Or we are competent to the extent say there's nothing you can do about it. And I just have it here. And thank you for now. Wama point to Nana, point to the Supreme Court. Woman, say, can this in your more combat withdraw your mama as a frabera? Because we are super competent. And this in your mouth and come with politicians. And this in your mouth no crap and no combat withdraw my for video frabera. Because we need power there and sign hammer. Mama, because of chronic alcoholism, no, I weaken the mind. You see, because of chronic alcoholism, I weaken the mind. And can Sana Mecano. Sa on Tiasia, oh, inside Yan Numbi, but inside Yadam, yes, oh, Yansa, Nemana, or an inside Yas and life. Can be over Pamunoa, boy, and tell you, okay, can't answer no. Madam, I come say, Dom Hammer, the spokesperson here, on you know what dance you oh, Master, more hot than just a maybe see your men for crown and metro. No, okay, what I may catch we. What it? Oh, yes, Sika $50 million. What in region for Sika? Sika, oh, you Sika. Yet, was a young family developmental project, $50 million. Our watching region. Oh, yes, Sika as a vice president, you know. After police headquarters, police near or did Gina Mucho or Chuchu Muchi Drama on the real Sicano. Police in Naira. And that is done the man and the man here. One guy said Ghana, you flam hammer, international community platform, so speech ekitano no, not papers in Ibino. And I'm saying, I say a ECOWAS meeting, yes, I'm a ECOWAS chair. No, and documents, but I mean, no abu, and then meaning. No abu. No, I want to sorry table, no, so in some table, not so, or sister papers in page 2 nim, page 3 nim. Page 5 nim mete what the President Muhammad Gnaho Nina Pontis met me sabia nyawo hwe apai no atase kana me kasika no botu a me botu me catch the NPP ni bia se and this ni twase kana twane bi nko report to police babia nko police ni amane
ombeka say who preach violence and lawlessness
me say san kwase huna na wo mo dia start no and this ni twase kana twane bi nko police amane we are kwasia wonim nyansa na
and o shall see a boom or dripping who videos ni bi
maka me you can't do such nonsense because here me raging so bo bi was sampa me ya bo andisi ni wo sunana onye hwe andisi ni wo sampa no din kwa.
These are the people they are defending. Etube wona nkwasia fogu social media omo mutumi ka so omo ye dwuma NPP na nkwasia dede. These are the animals eyasema wo we yanyimu eyase we keeping ase NPP for nkwara yi omam kasa ma NPP bebree ya onyinyim mama se we keeping ma eyase ma oh brakomna na akọ Germany die na anse na ba abenatena atwam ye pon yi atwam me ade be che na onyam na komna akọ Germany onim ne papa okoshare we keeping ase bra frimpon akọbra yi amwaku na ewuye o wo se de onto Guinness ba akoma me ade be che na onyam no awo eyase any we keeping NPP nkwasiafo. So today, you see, they are being picked up. And also, with this uncle, so when you want to be TV, that is what they do. Missing social media, and people like us, Nyambo, MBA TV, and come down, catch a Ghana for say, JJ Rollins by Santimember Gooker, ever butu kerosene to Guye. This is what they do. As someone can only engineer soba akokra. Oba odene ti okasa guru so na hwe mmobo. Oba onene te no obie na no kasa gu so no anaso ade we kesere no oba ne de wanya jata na eso ya mokua me nwanwa. And this is what we have been living with. Speculations, sensationalism, lies. That is the NPP. Anything that they are struggling. It's right now, no, they cannot make their cases. They have to target people. Way, Yankas why say, way, Nibapa say, it will not change the fact. The fact is say a day na munya when it comes to these kind of things. Intania chair bronya na kwasiabiti radio say Ghana free speech is under threat, is under siege, and kwasiafo siege. A yasema. We're keeping asema. You people have no knowledge, no sense. Let me show you something here. Kofora Namono. One of the vindictive, wicked old men in Ghana. Oh, sa bronya asemwe sibia ekekako. Now, this issue of ABRONYE ekeka asemwe Ghana Bar Association. Mumuso say I didn't know release statement. We are not NPP aligned. Statement on Afenyo marking comment being prepared. Afenyo jina TV so ekache judge say o Jimmy for Afenyo marking kwasia bi no. Ni triu ka kewure one Samira ko share dem so me wusa akokọ Samira na nkoye duro no kwasia o yire ne wo ma no me wusa nkokọ. We are here. Afenyo marking one Samira tra dem et sma Samira so onko eduro so na me wusa akokọ. Sa asemo ya Afenyo marking kan from the day he spoke against this judge. Mibusa the Ghana Bar Association say Afenyo marking asono kind why haven't they released a statement? You know why? Because the Ghana Bar Association, it is an NPP affiliated association. Do you know the president of the Ghana Bar Association? Do you know the president? The president of the Ghana Bar Association. Let me show you. F00L, elected first female president of Ghana Bar Association. F00L, Joe Gate Yere. And the president of the Ghana Bar Association. Joe Gate was a presidential candidate of the NPP, a former attorney general, railways minister. We sit in Ghana and some people manipulate the system. Afenyo marking kasa a yak of 5 days. The Ghana Bar Association, they cannot get English. Afenyo marking is a lawyer. Afenyomakin, he is a politician, a lawmaker, and a lawyer. And Joe Gate, a Ghana Bar Association, being led by Joe Gate, this woman. Only Joe Gate in a stage, year campaign, this woman. NPP Bar Power, Ghana Bar Association president. Ask them, why haven't they been able to release a statement on Afenyomakin's madness? It is because it is going against the NPP. They don't even know the kind of words to use. Omo per words to use are omo offende Baumia, omo offende Kufuado, omo offende omo tribal party. No, they don't know how to go about it because the lady who is leading the Ghana Bar Association, she is married to Joe Gate, who is a former presidential candidate for the NPP. This woman was on stage, and it's enough in your marking. The GBA cannot release a statement. The GBA needs to be nullified. Kwasiafo, we sit in Ghana na omo didn't kwasi some chenipa. Now, I'm sure how bad these people are. You see. I'm sure the NPP. Then time say Kufuor, Kufuor is a nice man as a dad. Kufuor is a nice man as a husband, an uncle. Kufuor is a nice man as a family head. Kufuor as a politician or a kromfuor or a re. Bibi or your politics be a time. Kufuor na ye kromfu tetua mo abetina Ghana so. We re Ghana sick entende baby or one. Kufuor is not anybody who should respect in politics. As a father, respect him. As a husband, respect him. As an uncle, respect him. As a family head, Kufuor as a politician is a dirty man. Oba Otam Ghana SNNSA Onkuta Ghana passport. He made his girlfriend the advisor to the finance minister. The woman said Kufuor is promiscuous. Kufuor jantreni. It is not my word. These are reported statements. I'm not sure idea. I'm not sure how dirty Kufuor is. I'm find room now. Sure. Here, you see the story. The story. Kufuor, Attorney General, wants Chachu jailed for longer. This is 2008. Joe Gate and Kufuor Attorney General. Do you know what happened? Time Kufuor manipulated system, no, a change judges, a force court, no, a mamu jelly Chachu, no. Joe Gate went to court, said 5 years in this. Joe Gate, this is the NPP for you. When Chachu was jailed, Kufuor Sakache Joe Gate say uncle court no ko appeal say yes na yede ma jo eye Chachu no esa na omofa bi nka ho kwase ampanyi we mu. Let me read a story to you. O say Kufuor me nka Kufuor asem political bevo we me nka na asem. The state has filed a notice of appeal of the 5-year jail term handed down to the former chief executive of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation GNPC Chachu Chikata to be increased. Na Joe Gate ne Attorney General kwase afo Koto de ne bodwe mu fin eyasema we keeping asema enjankan kwasiafo amanya bebi atena ye kan Ghana asema chichire Ghana mo say yankwara Joe Gate Kufuor told Joe Gate to go back to court and make sure Chachu gets 10 years. Kufuor bun some way political bun some way mame yankan asem ye ka Kufuor sana mukoko ne muheni abete adan ye ka Kufuor asem na Kufuor wan. Who the hell is Kufuor? Kufuor was a politician. We are feeding Kufuor with our own taxes today. Opa Ontrole Tankasa, he needs nothing from the government. Kufuor will not be able to survive for 24 hours. We sit in this country, this is what they did. According to the state, the sentence given by the Fast Track High Court Judge Justice Henrietta Aban in June was, in quote, not appropriate, having regard to the gravity of the offense, end of quote. Joe Gate call court. Kufuor ekache Joe Gate say, Joe Gate go to court and tell court to say, you still don't agree. Sentence in this for become. Then we cannot talk about Kufuor then tell Oya Santini. Now Santini yo area, me and canasem. Asantino e kromfo me and canasem. Asantini na or the presidency el bojantra me yanka. The guy was a mess. Jay Kufuor was a mess. Into Munja Jimmy Sano Gagano, Meme and Kufuor. Who the hell is Kufuor? Nanko the sticker for the inquiry where Bilonia go politics. You people, more crime may I charge more. We need to get some things done in Ghana. We need to be straight with you people. That is what they did. And that is what they think say. Yeah, that 1972. Oh, say Omu Jimmy or TikTok. na sa wo hwe sa videos we nyina ye bo a it's either Wontumi FM either Abronye or de Morris Ampao akwana ne toachia ne tukuru no. That is what they do. It is an NPP thing. And omni chema Wontumi video at TikTok and the nyamenyoma to asia kwasia oye se nyamenyom ene yedidi asem court. And chema Wontumi te court na osu was science ase was tuto tuo man kofo ni pafa so Ghana kwasia mpanyo be the chairman of a party. Then the court na osu tema na all sensors ni yehu. And omni chema Wontumi video at TikTok and the nyamenyoma to asia onyame be yiwe free mu say moye nwan ohun. This is what they did to Chachu. And come almost conforce on Tiasie. Jogate and anything Jogate yere and the Oya GBA boss on to me release statement against Afenyomakin. It's an MPP affiliated group. The foolishness in Ghana. Can't you people see clearly? Muntumi who the echo. MPP omo Jimmy. Don't give them any opportunity to lead Ghana. Me mom any opportunity. Baobia is a koliko. That adjective, that consonant, that man who cannot even differentiate between his dick and his leg. This guy cannot lead anybody in Ghana. Yet na Ghana na a Jimmy for kasa ni about power, over power bedding. What do you say nyai? What do you say Jimmy? Ya tampa on na mo dey dem, mo dey power no be dem, mo dey bekwa yie. Mo dey betonto mahemfo. Mo dey bedi nkwasi asem. Ya penyansa fo mo buma ya mo MPP for. Nyansa ni be na di party nanim. Nobody has been able to come out boldly to criticize Abronye. And there, when say Abronye no, because Abronye Baomian sponsor no, kwasiafo. Money Baomian kasa. We not be the president no. Mo serious. Ye jinem. Yambo nra. Now let me break something down to San Kwara na omudi MPP china MPP AU zumu se mmoa no. Let me break something down to you people. Because it is some time I was somewhat in your maybe I say. Nyoma na monti bi ase anything mu bi bebre mu be ko jail no.